Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Saturday, March 7th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. He loves that for you. I love that for you. Leave the rest on the table. Whatever doesn't fit, don't take it with you. It's not worth it. If you don't know it to be true, it is not for you, right? Deck of the Undead by Hattie Thorne. You can find this at hattiethorne.com. You can also find it in her Etsy shop. I had started the video. I pulled 6 cards already. Whatever. I had to restart over. I had a thing. I had a thing. I'm like, it's not even worth it for me to do one video and add it. I mean, it was just a few minutes long. So I figured I might as well keep the cards because this is good. I mean, it's not good, but it's good. So feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Let me show you these cards. We got Ace of Wands. Sorry, you probably can't. It's the light, man. The light. We got 4 of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophante, as I like to say. Page of Wands. It's a kick-ass jacket, man. Where can I find it? We got 5 of Pentacles. I'm such a nerd. I can't help it. And then bottom of the deck is 10 of Cups in reverse, which I think we had 10 of Cups in reverse the other day. Again, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Someone has an opportunity to make a choice for themselves. It's like someone standing at a fork in the road, right? Which direction am I going to go in? And sadly, with the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in reverse, somebody's going to choose the wrong direction. And I feel like with the Page of Wands, like this is a learning experience for someone. Like this is like, okay, baby duck, like you're out there, make a choice. Oh, you made that choice? Right, that was the wrong choice. But hey, you're going to learn something in the process, just so you know. It could be anything. It could be a person, right? It could be somebody, choosing between 2 lovers, some such thing. It could be a job, somebody having to choose like between a career, somebody having to choose like a home, right? Like you're looking at homes to buy and you're like, oh, let me go with this one. Wrong choice. It could be anything. It could be getting a dog at the shelter, which would be horrible, right? Because nobody wants to have to return a dog. It could be anything. It literally could be anything. But it really gives somebody making the wrong choice. It's like with the 4 of Pentacles and the Hierophant energy, it's like somebody almost like choosing what they think is going to be more beneficial to them, what they think is more flashy, what they think is more, I guess, like high end. So like if it was a job, right? Like somebody, okay, are you going to work for a nonprofit and do really good things for the planet and make about $10,000 less than you're making right now at your job? But again, you're doing great things for people. Or are you going to work for this corporation where they're going to pay you $30,000 more than you're making now? You're going to get bonuses. You're going to get better 401k match. You're going to, better healthcare, blah, blah, blah. And you choose the one that's $30,000 more a year, right? Because you're like, well, how can I lose? Like, look at this hiring package. And then you get in there and you start the job and you find out like the hours aren't what they were supposed to be. You have to travel. Yeah, they match your 401k, but you have to put in so much every year. You only get a bonus if you hit a certain marker on your sales or whatever the case, right? It's like thinking something is too good to be true, and it is too good to be true. And then you find out Susie Homemaker took the humanitarian job that makes $10,000 less than what you were making at your current job, and she's in the newspaper, she's on TV, people love her, and it very much gives like somebody making the wrong choice, and then obviously realizing they made the wrong choice, but kind of getting a look through that looking glass at what they missed out on. If this is a person, right? If this is a person, it's like, okay, you choose the man or the woman for you that, makes more money. Maybe they're skinnier, maybe they're more pretty, maybe their hair is always perfect, their nails are always done, they have a flashy car, blah blah blah. They pay their own rent, they pay their own way, da 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 da. And then you get with this person, and you find out that they owe back payments on their car. Yeah, their nails get done, their hair gets done, but they're behind on their rent like by a month. Yeah, they have a great job, but they never put in any overtime, so they have no opportunity for advancement because nobody takes them seriously. Yeah, they're thinner and they're pretty, right? But you find out that, they're barfing in the toilet after every meal. It really gives the energy of like really just making the wrong choice because it's shiny and it's pretty, and you have to have it and you like it or whatever the case. And then you find out that there's something wrong with it. You find out it's not what you thought it was. And then you get a look in the looking glass and you get to see another person, the person that you missed out on, the person that you should have technically chosen, right? Maybe kind of. My opinion on that is, especially when we're talking in regards to relationships, always choose you. Always choose you. If you literally like don't have any intuition, if you don't have any gut instinct, and you're looking at two different people and you're thinking, well, I think I'm going to go with this one because it's pretty. Honey, choose you. Just don't get into a relationship. Choose you. Focus on you. Go within. Learn something about yourself. Meditate. Talk to God. Talk to yourself. Figure out who you are. Get in tune with yourself. Then maybe when you're confronted with two options of lovers, of spouses, of soulmates, then maybe you're going to know which person you were supposed to choose. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right? And the sad thing is in that moment when you have those two choices of those two people, neither one of those people is wrong. Each of those people is someone else's person, whether it's your person or not, right? Like each one of those people belongs with their soulmate, just like you belong with your soulmate, right? For you to pick either one of them and not mean it, that's bullshit. Like I said, pick yourself. Makes more sense. Get in tune with yourself, get in alignment with yourself, so that way when you are confronted with a choice, you know which person is meant for you. It's not even a choice, right? It's not even a choice. Yeah, because this Four of Pentacles, like somebody's going to look at another person, somebody's going to look at a job, a situation, whatever, and they're going to be like, oh, this is for me. This is like too good to be true. Like, how did this fall into my lap? Like, let me choose this. But look at how whoever this is in this picture, like really sneaky, right? Like really sneaky. Like somebody's thinking that they're winning the jackpot. Like they're fooling God, or they're fooling the other person or something like that. But in reality, they're the fool. In reality, if this resonates for you, you're the fool, right? And the Hierophant energy, Hattie Thorne wrote on here, he preaches from the ashes and baptizes in blood. The thing is you can talk all day long about how somebody is good for you, but can you stand on that? Like, can someone stand on that? Because it very much gives to me like somebody's like, oh, this is my person, this is my situation, and they're literally standing on a pile of rocks that's about to collapse from underneath them. And again, this is somebody like not knowing themselves, not knowing the world, not knowing, again, their intuition, their gut, and they go with what's pretty, they go with what they think is quote unquote better, because they don't do their research, they don't do their homework, whatever the case. Again, person, situation, it doesn't matter, and it just bites them in the ass. It bites them in the ass. I mean, this is not good energy. Happiness is how you remember it. And the thing is whoever this is, right? They created this. They chose this. Like, you thought this was the best option. You chose this. This is for you. You have only yourself to blame if it's not what you want, if it's not what you thought it was. Why'd you choose it? Like, what was the point of that? Pardon me. And the sad thing is whoever this is, when they step up and they look through that looking glass and they see that other option that they didn't choose, that they tossed aside because it wasn't pretty, it wasn't what they wanted it to be. Again, they didn't do their research, whatever the case. Like, they're looking through that window, right? Like, look at this. Like, they're out in the cold looking through this window and you can see this fire. It's warm in there. Like, something is inviting in there. And they just tossed it aside. They threw it away. It kind of, okay, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. I don't know why I'm thinking of this. Probably because I'm a romantic and I watch all the movies and have the books and stuff. But like in like Jane Austen times, Little Women, that kind of thing. Um, like the sometimes in the stories, in the books, in the movies, like a masculine will choose a woman because she has money, right? She comes from money, so they get a dowry. They get a large dowry when they marry this woman. They marry this woman, and the woman's a cold fish, right? Like, they don't know what sex is. They're not good in bed. Like, they don't really even love their husband. They just married them because that's what they're supposed to do. And then they're supposed to birth children and create a dynasty, right? That's what women were taught back then. And this man marries this cold fish, and then this other woman comes along, this other feminine comes along, and it's like everything that they should have been looking for. Whether they're gorgeous or they come from a family, whether they have a large dowry, like, they're open, they're friendly, they're inviting, they're warm, they're caring, they're giving. Like, that's who you should want to get in bed with. But I don't know why that came to my mind. I don't know why that came to my mind. It's like somebody looking in the window and seeing, like, I don't know, like a ray of light, like sunshine. Like they missed out. I was listening to that this morning. There's no sunshine when you're gone, or whatever that song is. There's no sunshine when she's gone. It's like somebody realizing they made a really big fucking mistake. The thing is right there at the bottom, it says you're locked out. Always were. Because it's your own mindset, right? Like you chose something based on appearances. You chose something based on what you thought it would be, not what it actually was. People will tell you who they are, and some people just don't see it. Some people have it in their head like, no, this is who this person is, and this is the person I'm choosing, and da 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 da. And then they get in a relationship and they get married and they have kids, and it's like two different people living in the same house with the same kids, and they're fucking strangers because they were thinking of that person as what they would one day become, not who they actually were when they married them. But the thing is you can't count on anybody changing. We've talked about this before. You can't count on somebody healing themselves and growing and changing. You can only do that for yourself. So if you get into a relationship with someone and you're thinking, like in 5 years, they're going to be making more money, they're going to be more well put together, they're going to be thinner because they're going to go on a diet, la 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 la. And then 5 years down the road, you're still looking at the same person and you're disappointed. That disappointment is in you, sir and or ma'am, because you thought that someone else would change for you. You thought someone else was going to grow for you. And that's not how that works. Honey, that is not how that works. Meanwhile, that person had the ray of sunshine, had the person that was beautiful on the inside and the outside, whether you thought that was the case or not. Someone that was caring and giving and loving and nurturing, right? Someone who was healing and growing, someone that was working for themselves, someone that was doing for themselves. They didn't need you to change. They didn't need them to change them at all. They were changing themselves. And now this person is looking at that person and thinking, wow, like that person can do all that? Like how do they do that? Like how, like where do they get the idea to do that? Like how, like that's a part of their journey? Like look at how their life is. Look at where they're going. Look at what they're doing. Look at all the things they're accomplishing. Look at how much they contribute. Yeah, you should have looked at what was right in front of you, not thinking about the future, not thinking about change. Oh. It says, Page of Wands, light the fuse, learn as you go. Yeah, somebody's going to learn, all right. Somebody's going to learn to A, trust themselves, to B, you can't change people. You can only change you. And C, when you have that feeling in that gut that you're supposed to go in a certain direction, then you go in that direction, whether the aesthetic is what you were seeking or looking for or not. Person or situation, it doesn't matter. It's like what it reminds me, and again, this is another romance reference, but it reminds me of like those teenage movies when, the jock doesn't choose the nerdy girl, he chooses, the prom queen or the cheerleader or whatever. But the thing is when you clean up the nerdy girl, she's just as good looking, if not better looking than the cheerleader. So see what you missed out on? See what you missed out on? You missed out on the whole package, inside and out, because you went for what you thought was sparkly and shiny, and there was nothing on the inside. Again, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It's just easy to correlate that. It could be a situation. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because it just makes me angry. And I'm gonna get a little personal with you for a second. I've told you guys this before. I feel like love never really works out for me, and it's funny because I was I was joking around with my friends at work yesterday. We couldn't work for 2.5, 3 hours, something like that. We couldn't work. The system was down, and we stood around and waited, and we took our first break, we took our lunch, and we still had to stand around because the system wasn't up. So like around 10:30-ish, a little bit before then, like the system came up and we came back from lunch and everything was working. But it was funny because, pardon me, I was joking around with my girlfriends at work, and I think I've told you guys this before, and this is not any way dig at myself because I love myself. Anyway, I have always managed to snag or get with men and or women that are better looking than me. And I think I'm pretty damn good looking, but like I can literally get with men or women that are thinner than me, more athletic than me, built, cuter, whatever the case. I've always had that luck, let's say. The thing is none of those relationships ever worked out for me for one reason or another. And I've said this before, like love just never seems to go the way I want it to go. Like I never get any longevity, and the only longevity I got in a relationship was with the ex-husband. And again, I don't even think I was supposed to be in that relationship. Like, looking back on it, like we weren't even really supposed to get married. um God love him though. Sometimes I think that I choose like the pretty boy or the pretty girl when I should be looking more for substance, right? The funny thing is the funny thing is the people that look at me and don't see the pretty, don't see the substance, and just think I'm some kind of blob in a warehouse. And then when they get to know me, then they realize, huh, okay, maybe there's more to this package. The thing is all the people that I've ever been interested in, all the people that I've really wanted to be with have already been in are already in relationships, or they're not attracted to me like that. Like they're attracted to the shinier. They're attracted to the openly pretty, skinny, whatever the case. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, that could bite you in the ass. Just like how I'm saying maybe it would be better for me to choose substance over the pretty boy, pretty girl, right? I don't know. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, not every person I've had contact with, gone out on a date with, had sex with, was a pretty boy or a pretty girl. I'm just saying that's typically what I'm attracted to. I don't know. I don't really know what my point was there, other than it falls on both sides. Like I can see it from both sides. Because I feel like sometimes I do the same thing. The thing is at the end of the day, you make those shallow choices and you end up alone. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you feel alone. I'm going to leave it there. Again, I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you're entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. And I will talk to you later. Bye.